Welcome everybody to tonight's event. My name is Roy Roberts. I am the president of the United Secular Alliance here at VCU. The United Secular Alliance is a group of atheist, agnostics, secular students. Apparently the people in the back cannot hear me.
Never known.
Can you hear me now? Good. Okay, like I was saying, I'm Roy Roberts, president of the United Secular Alliance. We are a student group dedicated to the promotion of secular ideals and providing a community for the non-religious students here at VCU. I would like to thank the Honors College and the College of Humanities and Sciences for their financial contributions, without which this event could not have happened. And I would like to thank some certain individuals, such as Shelley Mountjoy, which I'm here at the moment, Anthony Ellis, Larry Mendoza, and Dana Marks, who I believe is manning a camera at this moment, for their help with making this a possibility. I would also like to thank Dean Timothy Halsey of the Honors College, who will be moderating this event, and I will yield the floor to him.
Thank you, Roy, and thanks to the VCU chapter of the United Secular Alliance for arranging tonight's event. Good evening, and thanks to all of you for coming to what I am absolutely certain will be a very entertaining and informative evening. This evening, as you all already know, we're honored to have Christopher Hitchens and Frank Turek with us to debate an ancient and modern question: does God exist? There is perhaps no more contentious issue that we could consider. Accordingly, this debate will follow specific guidelines. To begin, each speaker will have 20 minutes to make his opening statement. Dr. Turek will speak first, since he argues in the affirmative. Following the opening statements, each speaker will have 5 minutes to rebut his opponent, followed by an opportunity to question his opponent directly. Each speaker will be allowed 3 questions of the other, with questions limited to 1 minute and answers to 5. After the direct questioning, the speakers will respond to questions from the audience, asked by me from the cards that you were handed when you entered the room. As questions occur to you, please write them on these cards, and at a point in the debate, I'll ask the ushers to come forward and collect them, and if you would pass them, we will ask as many of them as we have time to do. Given the nature of tonight's debate, it is vitally important that everyone in attendance act in accordance with the highest standards of social behavior. Anyone acting rudely or behaving disruptively, will be thrown out. Really. And now, our speakers. Frank Turek is a speaker, author, columnist, and founder of crossexamined.org, an organization dedicated to presenting evidence for the Christian worldview at universities, high schools, and churches. He is a columnist for townhall.com and is the co-author of 2 books, including I Don't Have Enough Faith to Be an Atheist. He has appeared on numerous TV and radio programs, including The O'Reilly Factor, Hannity and Combs, and Politically Incorrect with Bill Maher. Dr. Turek has a doctorate in apologetics from Southern Evangelical Seminary in Charlotte, North Carolina, and a master's degree in public administration from George Washington University, where he also taught courses in leadership and management. Christopher Hitchens is the author of more than 10 books, including most recently, God is Not Great: How Religion Poisons Everything. He is a contributing editor to the Atlantic Monthly and Vanity Fair, and has written prolifically for American and English periodicals including The Nation, the London Review of Books, Granta, Harper's, Slate, and the Washington Post. He is a regular television and radio commentator, appearing on Hardball with Chris Matthews, The Charlie Rose Show, Real Time with Bill Maher, The Tavis Smiley Show, and C-SPAN's Washington Journal, among others. Mr. Hitchens is also taught as a visiting professor at the University of California, Berkeley, the University of Pittsburgh, and the New School for Social Research in Manhattan. Now, according to the rules of our debate, Dr. Turek will make his opening comments. Dr. Turek.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Frank Turek. Before I get started, let me ask you this. How many have heard me before, or this is your first time? How many of you are here tonight? How many do not respond to surveys? 3 out of 10 don't respond to surveys, Dean. This is my first formal debate. So give me a little grace if I can't cram everything I want to say into 20 minutes. I will say, however, I've had many informal debates, most of them with my wife, and I have not fared very well there. I will say, however, that she is probably the perfect sparring partner for Christopher Hitchens because her nickname at our house is Nails. And Nails is the type of woman that if she ain't happy, ain't nobody in the house happy. So hopefully I'm prepared for a very formidable opponent in Christopher Hitchens. And I do want to say that I very much like Christopher Hitchens. I've been following him for many years. I'm kind of a political junkie, so I've seen him around quite a bit. And I appreciate his charm and his wit, and I agree with him on a lot of things. Obviously, not the issue of God. That would make a very boring debate. But I will say that I went up to Christopher just about a half hour ago, and I shook his hand, and I said, Christopher, I'm actually a fan. And he smiled, and he said, the night is young. I want to thank the United Secular Alliance. I want to thank Daniel Pendergrass. Where's Daniel? Are you here, Daniel? He was my contact here. I also want to thank Dean Timothy Hulsey, and I also want to thank, of course, Christopher for doing this debate. I think it's impossible not to like Christopher. And as I mentioned, I do. He's carrying the cross for atheism, and he carries it very well. Tonight I'm going to carry the cross for theism. And I want to point out that I think we're both trying to explain the world around us. We both have the burden of proof to explain why reality is the way it is. I have to show how reality is best explained by theism, and Christopher has to explain how reality is best explained by atheism. And I think we should follow the evidence where it leads. I think that the evidence we see all around us and within us leads to a spaceless, timeless, immaterial, personal, powerful, intelligent, moral creator, i.e. what we would call a theistic God. And this creator created this universe and the life within us, or the life within it, I should say. Now, I'm going to try and summarize my 450-page book, at least the first 200 pages of it, in the next 20 minutes, or next 18 minutes at this point now, and that is an impossible task. That would be about 20 pages a minute. Actually, I probably can do it because I'm originally from New Jersey. See, I speak at 150 words a minute with gusts to 350. So if I go a little quick and you want to see more of the evidence, please get the book. I don't have enough faith to be an atheist. And I want to point out that all the proceeds from the sale of the book will go to feed needy children. Mine. Okay? See, I've got 3 sons. The oldest 2 are in college right now, so I need a little help, and one of them is sitting right over here. All right. Christopher, on page 282 of God is Not Great, available at fine bookstores everywhere, says this: thanks to the telescope and the microscope, religion no longer offers an explanation for anything important. I think that is exactly wrong. I think due to the telescope and the microscope, we are seeing evidence that leads directly to God. I'm going to give you 3 major arguments for this, and then I'm going to give you 4 more that are a result, I think, of a theistic worldview. I'm going to spend most of my time on the 3, and then I'll just mention the last 4. The 3 are the cosmological argument from the beginning of the universe. The next one is the teleological argument from the design of the universe and the design of life. And the third is the moral argument. Let's start with the cosmological argument. And this is basically the argument from the Big Bang, that the universe had a beginning. If it had a